I hope that worked. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We'll see who comes on in. This was very impromptu. Um, just felt. Let me see if that helps. Seemed like the camera was a little dirty. Anyway, very impromptu. I just was like, you know what? Let me jump on live real quick before I get to going with the rest of my day, my Saturday. Just wanted to come on here and chit chat about a few things. Um, I got this light coming from the window. Let me see. Maybe I should turn on my other light just so it balances out. Oh crap. All right. Yeah, that looked better. That looked better. All right. So hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully we are all good. Like I said, I know this very impromptu for me to be jumping on live like this, but was like, you know what? I feel like I got something to say, and wanted to come and welcome all the new subs and things of that nature. So we got a bunch of new subs over here. Over here, we call ourselves Real One Tribe. Hopefully, that will resonate with you and you will become one of the OGs over here. So, shout out to all the new subs. Got a ton of subs from my commentary video on DoorDash. DoorDash. Hi, CJ. Uh, and for the most part, people I assume for the people who watched it all the way to the end, saw where I was coming from, and and the ones who didn't, I'm gonna point out an example for them. But anyway, welcome to all the new subs. Like I said, over here we call the subs Real Ones Tribe, and we have a good time over here. So hopefully you will stay. If the DoorDash video is what brought attention to the channel and you decide to sub, hopefully all the content, not all of it, but enough of the content will resonate with you and you'll want to stay. But just wanted to say thank you for hitting the sub button. Hi, Claudia. And so, speaking upon the DoorDash video that I did, like I say, people who watched it all the way through understood where I was coming from. People who, in my opinion, I just don't believe that you could have watched it all the way through and still felt the way you felt. I had people like straight windmilling for her in the comments, which you are free to do. We should all be grown over here on this channel, right? But the point I was trying to make with the video is that two things can be true at one time, right? DoorDash could no doubt be an inspiration for many people who have YouTube channels now who decided to either reactivate, re-engage with the channels that they had, or like in my case, stop procrastinating and just say, forget it. Today's the day I'm gonna do it, right? I was one of those people. The point of that video was to bring out that point. Two things could be true at the same time. She could very well have been inspiration for many YouTube channels relaunching or launching for the first time. But she also can be allegedly a scammer or allegedly, a liar or allegedly a con woman. Those things can be true. I wasn't trying to put salt on her or anything like that. I'm talking about what's going on YouTube, right? What and things of that nature. So for the people who want to come in the comments and act like you personally know her or that somehow my content was like flat out attacking her or not acknowledging the good that she has done for YouTube, then I don't know what to tell you. give you another example about two things can be true at the same time. R. Kelly is an amazing songwriter. However, R. Kelly is also a sex predator. Hello, Muhammad. The two things can be true at the same time, right? Can definitely be true, right? Uh, I will always love Brian McKnight music, but I will not be going to another concert. Why? Because of the things that have been exposed about who he is as a person. Me listening and enjoying his music on the radio, that's for free, so to speak. But I can't support putting dollars in his pocket when he out here moving the way he moving. Right? Two things can be true at the same time. Calico, hi. You know, so that was kind of like the angle or the intent of my DoDash video. And everybody can do what they want to do. If you are not new, or if you are new and had a chance to kind of look through some of the playlists or some of the content, then you see I do XJW content. Yes, I used to be a Jehovah's Witness. No, I was not born in. Yes, it seems crazy that I joined it as an adult. There's plenty of videos explaining all that craziness. But again, going back to the example, two things can be true at the same time, right? Because I get a lot of JW apologists, JW brainwashed individuals in the comment sections. You can have a person who was, in that street life, started a Bible study with Jehovah's Witnesses, and quote unquote cleaned up their life, right? Because they joined a high control situation where you gotta, everybody gotta be alike or aligned, right? That person can very well say becoming Jehovah's saved their life, right? And that could be true. Because if they was in the streets and they was out here being lawless, that high control environment very much could have saved their life. However, the Jehovah's Witness organization is also known to protect child predators. So, so two things can be true at the same time. There may be plenty of Jehovah's Witnesses that feel that organization becoming a member helped save their life, maybe from a life of crime or whatever it is that they might have been engaged in or wanted to get engaged in, or whatever the case may be. However, it does not take away the fact that the organization is a high control religion, and that they have been exposed for protecting child predators. Two things can be true at the same time. All right. So always keep that in mind before you decide to go windmilling in the comments about somebody's content. And the other thing is, we all have our own experience. So on this channel, same old T, I talk about my thoughts, my perspective, my experience. So you'll never be able to come over here and go off in the comments to try to invalidate anything that I'm doing. And 9.75 times out of 10, I will never block anybody. I love when y'all go off in the comments, because you know what to tell YouTube? Keep pushing the video out. That's what it tell them. And I'm all for that, right? Who don't want to see their efforts grow, right? So that was just something that was on my mind. I didn't feel like it was worthy of creating long form content around that. But just keep that in mind as grown people. And you have to ask yourself, at least this is the philosophy I live by when it comes to social media platforms like YouTube. If you don't agree, you could keep moving. If you don't agree, you could keep moving. you do not have to write a dissertation in that person's comment section. If you're not able to decipher what the video may be about from the thumbnail and the title, and you click it and you learn that, oh, I don't like what they saying, and you taking it personal, you can always just click off and keep it moving. You don't have to feel compelled to write dissertations, because I tell you this, you ain't gonna change my mind. I said what I said. If my views or my thoughts were to change, I have no problem with saying that. And the thing about over here with the Real Ones Tribe, everybody don't agree with what I say. Everybody is not an XJW. Everybody is not a black woman. You know, it's a very diverse group over here. And I love it. And we don't always agree on everything. Up until last week or this week, I was going live every Thursday. It's called Tell Me Something Good Thursday. And we talk about our wins for the week. We talk about like the question or the thought of the week. There are many people who come to that live that are XJW. So sometimes we talk about XJW things. Excuse me, y'all. However, we don't always agree. We don't always agree. And I still love them. You know, they still gonna come back and watch the next video. They still gonna come back the next week and chop it up in the chat. So that's the energy we on over here. You know, we grown and everybody is entitled to how they feel. Okay? So just keep that in mind before you start writing dissertations in the comment section over here. Okay? But if you still feel compelled to do so, guess what? I ain't gonna block you. You really gotta start talking real nonsense. Then you might get blocked. But I don't think I block people over here on live. If the racist comments and things like that, I will block you over here. In the long form content, shorts, I let you do your thing, because it just tells YouTube push it out, push it out, push it out. And so I'm still winning, right? So talking about lives, like I said, this was an impromptu live. I wanted to come and acknowledge the new subs, greatly appreciated, and talk about the two things to be true at the same time, because that just kept coming up in my head. So I'm like, all right, let me talk about it and get it out. Oh, you went to a concert yesterday. Cool. The Offspring. All right. So what was I saying? So yeah, we was doing that every Thursday, but I have opened up membership, and so one of the tiers within the membership is members only lives. So we like cutting the public lives down to like 50%, so probably twice a month, and then the other weeks will be some type of members only. So for those who are interested in members only content, as far as like videos, lives, if you hit the members tab or join tab is what it says, it's two tiers. $2.99 is the first tier, which is like priority commenting and things of that nature when we on live or in comments and stuff like that. That's, a good way if you just support me and the channel, and you don't, you're not overly concerned with taking part in the members only exclusive content. That's a great way to support the channel. However, if you want all of it, the $5.99 VIP circle gives you the members only lives. It gives you the members only videos, and everything else that's in the $2.99 tier. So keep that in mind. So having said that, next members only live will be the 21st. That's the XJW kickback. Hold on. Sorry. And the XJW Kickback, you do not have to be a Jehovah's Witness. We have tons of real ones over here who are not Jehovah's Witnesses. They might have had family that was Jehovah's Witnesses, co-workers who were Jehovah's Witnesses, and they just became curious, found the channel, and end up liking it over here. So XJW Kickback is on the 21st. That is a members only. So that's that VIP level live where we'll, talk about all things that we want to talk about, things that, the public YouTube live don't seem to be favorable of. So we'll discuss them behind the wall, so to speak. But our next Tell Me Something Good Thursdays, which is right here on the public live, will be on the 28th. The 28th. So I know many of our real ones who enjoy that will be looking forward to that. And like I say, this is just something I'm trying out as my life gets smoothed out as far as the business. For the new people, I am a nurse practitioner. I own my own clinic. I specialize in functional wellness, specifically gut health, and taking it from there. So it's a gut health focus, and from there, we address weight loss, inflammation, energy, fatigue, all the things. But we do it from a gut health focused approach. So I am rolling that out. This is a bit of a pivot or revamping for my clinic, which was primarily medical weight loss when I opened 3 years ago. So as I'm rolling that out, it's a lot of time being consumed with that. Like I'm launching my own supplement line. It's just a lot of things. So I had to try to find a balance. So Tell Me Something Good Thursdays may return to every week live, but I gotta get through the rest of this month and September for sure, because we should be going full. Our full launch should be happening first week of September. So something to look forward to possibly. Oh, I forgot to put my Fitbit on. Don't you hate when that happens? You just walking around not getting your steps. So anyway, that is it. This was very impromptu, and just wanted to jump on, see how y'all was doing, say hello to all the new people, say hello to all my OG real ones. Hope y'all having a great Saturday. I am about to get my life together. I'm sitting in what I call my room. So I took one of the bedrooms in my house, and it's just my space. So this is where I do sister locks. I also do sister locks if I didn't mention that. So I do sister locks in here. I do my crafts. I go and do my content for YouTube mostly in here as well. But I need to, it's a mess right here. Is where I do my crafting. So I need to reorganize and purge. So I am going to spend maybe an hour or two. Shouldn't take that long. And get it organized, because some stuff is going to get moved around. Some stuff going to get donated. And yeah, we're going to keep it moving. So I'm going to be productive today. I'm also going to juice. I have not juiced in about a week. And I'm going to curl up my hair. I really want to comb my sister locks out, y'all. But I'm trying to hold off. So I'm going to try a new style. I'm going to try perm rods. And I'm going to see if that kind of gives me a zhuzh. I need to get it cut again. It's already in grew back. I had got it cut up to about right here. Earlier this year, and then it grew back already. So that's what I plan on doing my Saturday. Watch a little TV this evening, and go from there. Look forward to new long form content coming on Monday or Tuesday. Definitely trying to be more consistent with that. And it'll be a balance, you know, maybe a XJW video and then a non one. Like I say, I know quite a few of our community over here uh, enjoy the XJW content. So got to get the people what they want, you know. Hey, Cassandra, how you doing? Thank you. How you doing? So that's it, y'all. Just wanted to come in, say hi, and you know, just check in for a half a second. I'm about to get productive, find something, you know, something good in the background that you ain't gotta really pay attention too much to as far as TV. And get to clean up. Maybe I'll put a movie on or something. And get to getting my life together. All right. Well, y'all have a great Saturday, Sandra, for stopping by. And I'll see y'all soon, either on some long form content or our next Tell Me Something Good Thursday, which is August 28th. That's open to everybody. All right. Peace.